Other than their organic approach to food, what I love about this place is their approach to life. Everything is off the grid. From the water that runs fresh off the mountains to everything being completely solar powered. It makes this place the ultimate weekend escape. And while I'm here, I thought I may as well adopt their ethos and give back to nature.
This retreat lies in the middle of an 800-hectare nature reserve, which is a protected area and a sanctuary for the fynbos of the Cape Floral Kingdom. Staying on the farm is a truly mindful and eco-conscious experience, as there are no televisions, giving you plenty of time to enjoy the vast book collection. A walk to and from the homestead is also the perfect way to enjoy the view of the dam, vineyards and surrounding mountains. Because the fresh air can work up an appetite, the restaurant caters for all of the meals of the day, with most of the ingredients being organic and sourced locally as far as possible.
Farm 215 is quite literally one of my favorite places. In fact, it's so good that sometimes I don't even feel like I want to share it. But there's so much goodness here, and a lot of these ingredients in the salad are farmed organically on the property. It looks absolutely delicious, and I can't wait to tuck in.
The farm asks that one tread lightly, breathe deeply, and let nature take the lead. Because of its location, the sounds of nature are all you hear, and the only man-made structures around are the accommodation suites and the homestead. The farm is part of the Walker Bay Fynbos Conservancy, creating a natural corridor from the farm in the east to the shores of the Hermanus Lagoon in the west. Its strong emphasis on caring for the environment in every aspect of its operations makes Farm 215 a pioneer in sustainable hospitality in South Africa.
I'm really keen to get involved, but before I do that, what made you put Farm 215 in the middle of a fynbos reserve?
It's beautiful fynbos. It's in the middle of nature. It's in a beautiful area, the Southern Overberg. You've been on a shark boat. You have seen the marine side of it. But what the Western Cape is about is fynbos. An enormous amount of different plant species, colors and shapes, with all the birds and the wildlife that come with it. There are more plant species in the Cape Floral Kingdom than there are in the whole of Great Britain. This is the heartland of the Cape, is fynbos.
Other than having this amazing space, you've also made the decision to go off the grid. What does that mean?
Well, if you can make your own jam because you have fruit in your garden, you make your own jam. Why would you buy it? You don't know what's in it. Electricity is electricity, admitted, but we can make it ourselves. There's an enormous amount of sun. And sustainability is not only being good to nature and treat it well, it's also trying to minimize your footprint as far as you can. And we were building, and why not integrate a whole solar scenario?
And you're also involved in a very interesting reforestation program.
Trees for Tourism is a program of the South African Reforestation Trust. Farm 215 is the first reforestation site of the Trees for Tourism program. Where we're standing, almost close to 14,000 trees have been planted already. And you will now plant one of them. In this area, we still have quite a few smaller remnants of Afro-montane forest, the trees that occurred here originally. So one of the principles as well is that we plant local trees. So we harvest seeds of local trees. There's a waterfall higher up, there's a little forest remnant, and we get the seeds from there in our nursery. We make little trees out of them, and then we plant them so that they become big trees.
Well, I have a little bit of gardening experience, so if you show me to the nearest spade, I'm ready to get stuck in.
These trees are on their way to creating the country's youngest indigenous forest. The benefits of this initiative are already showing through an increase in bird life and wildlife in the area, declined erosion and increased water retention of the stream banks. Planting trees that will become part of forest canopies, providing a multi-dynamic approach to support not just a tree, but an entire ecosystem. Essentially recreating a pristine forest in old woodland or degraded areas counterbalances the tourism-related carbon footprint and safeguards a lush tree-filled area for future generations to enjoy. By planting a tree as part of this initiative, you have a direct hand in protecting our indigenous flora for years to come. One of Farm 215's neighbors is Stanford Hills Estate, and a great way to enjoy the natural beauty of both farms is on horseback. The trails cover various terrain and provide the opportunity to connect with nature and gaze peacefully upon the views.
Well, I thought I'd continue with the theme of outdoor activities to wrap up the weekend, and so I've decided to come to Stanford Hills and have an awesome sunset horse ride. Don't worry, I have done this before.
Considering our fast-paced world and a desire to do everything quickly, slowing down to simply enjoy being outdoors is also a kind of adventure, both in being carried by a majestic horse and the beautiful scenery.
Well, the Overberg has been really, really good to me. It's been an incredible weekend with panoramic views, and I'm certainly going to be back. This has been an enriching weekend and one for the books, but there's still lots more to explore. So until then, follow me on Where Josie Goes.